Good morning, everyone. Thanks for taking the time to join the webinar this morning. Hopefully, wherever you are, you're staying warm. It's cold out. I know here on the Atlantic coast, we've got some ice happening, so ice storms. So hopefully you're hunkered down and warm. Today, for those of you who don't know me, I'm Tim Elms. I'm the Client Relations Manager for the trade programs in Atlantic Canada for all the participating associations throughout Atlantic Canada and actually throughout Canada. As many of you know, we launched the programs last year for the Cooperative Procurement Guide programs. We're really excited about it, and we're bringing the information to you. And now, in the beginning of 2021, we wanted to start showcasing some of our key vendors so that members and participating members know the process on how to participate in getting the competitive pricing programs, as well as to make it a lot easier for your purchasing needs. So we're very, very, very lucky today to have a Staples program affiliates on the call today. We have Claudette Barton, based out west for Staples, and she's the account key manager for Atlantic Canada as well as the rest of Canada. We've got Kevin Greger as well, who's on the call and is going to walk us through how the programs work specific to Staples, and we'll be asking some questions along the way. Actually, today, if you have any questions, you can just write them in the chat room, and then we'll ask them at the end of the webinar. And also, we have an opportunity for participants anyone who's participating to opting into the programs, and those who have opted into it previously, an opportunity to win a coffee machine, a Keurig coffee machine. So it's quite exciting. So without further ado, I'm going to pass this over to Claudette. Claudette Barton.
Great, thanks very much, Tim. Well, I'd like to introduce myself. I am the lead account manager for the programs, not only in Atlantic Canada, but across Canada as well. I will be a main point of contact. If you have any questions, you can reach out to either Tim or myself, and then you can come to me with individual questions that you have regarding products and everything else. We'll get your account set up, ready to roll, and then I can introduce you to local account managers that we have in your area as well.
Perfect. Thanks, Claudette. I just wanted to introduce myself as well. My name is Kevin Kreger, so I'm the sales manager. I support Claudette and also help support the local account managers. So we definitely have a great structure in place to have a national leader and local support in each province, which has led to a great successful partnership from coast to coast, supporting different associations. Claudette, back to you. I think you're on mute.
Yeah, sorry about that, everybody. So are we going to be rolling out the PowerPoint so that we can just explain a little bit about our program? So this is just a quick little overview. If everybody can see the screen, regarding our e-way training and online program that we're offering through this setup for you.
We can't see the screen.
No?
No.
Hang on one second. Sorry about that. Okay, can you see it now?
Yeah, we can now, Claudette.
Perfect. Okay, so if you like, Kevin, would you like to go through the screens?
Sure, sure. So what we really wanted to do today was introduce Staples Business Advantage and how we fit into the office supply world and some of the really great advantages that we can bring to support you locally. there on the East Coast. So we are Staples Business Advantage Canada. We used to be Corporate Express Canada, for those of you that have been in office supplies for a long time. It's definitely, you'll probably remember Corporate Express. We are now Staples Business Advantage, and where we fit in is really to be the kind of strategic arm of Staples here in Canada to support. Oh, sorry, I'm just getting a chat here to turn my camera on. Hopefully you can see me now. I think my camera's working. Great. Yeah, so we fill in where it's kind of to be able to have a national program with those local contacts and to be able to deliver the cost savings and some of the kind of reporting and strategic ordering elements that public sector definitely needs, and that's where we fit in. So our website is eway.ca. It's really important. We'll cover that in a little bit more on future slides here, but eway.ca is our key one. And we've already done the introduction, so I won't go too much farther into that. And then we're going to cover a few different elements of Staples. So next slide, Claudette. Yeah, and certainly if anyone has any chat questions, if you can, yeah, just unmute yourself. Feel free to ask away. I don't always see the chat while I'm talking here, so definitely please don't hesitate to unmute yourself, or Tim, if you can interrupt me and tell me if there's a chat question, please. So in terms of program highlights, so we have local distribution centers across Canada, and we have the best market coverage in Canada. It lets us get to the most sites in Canada with next business day delivery. And if it's not next day, it's 2 or 3 days, and we're still the fastest. So having more than just a couple centers lets us really cover markets much better. And we have a large list local distribution center there in Atlantic Canada as well, in Amherst. So our approach really, and we've touched on this a little bit, is to have that national leader while still having the local account managers in provinces, so that you get the local touch, the local knowledge, and those local people also have product experts behind them. So furniture, facilities, technology, print, they have a local team of specialists. So it lets us kind of have that double coverage and keep these programs, these large national programs together. We do have a new exciting pricing program. This overall collaborative group did an RFP last year, actually middle last year, and really drove some terrific savings. We're very pleased to have won it and be the lead supplier. And what it does is it provides a really great program off everything. So we have over 500,000 items. And instead of just having, traditionally in public sector, it's been very common to have a small list of items really aggressively priced, and then a lot of other items that are really not priced all that well. And it do more to when people respond to RFPs, and it makes for a scenario where you've got some really low items and a lot of really high items, and you're constantly having to price check, and it just doesn't work super well. So we have a really exciting program where every single thing we have is discounted. And what it also does is provide automatic price checking online to make sure the costs stay in line with any with any posted price. And then we have further discounted lists off the most common items for public sectors across Canada. So what you end up with is a scenario where every one of the items is competitively priced, and it really takes away a lot of that price checking that you might have as an issue, or having end users looking at random websites on the internet. It really provides a great overall pricing program. And in terms of eWay, we do have shopping lists that are a great source of making ordering really quick and easy with so many items online. It lets you quickly translate what you purchased at an old supplier to our supplier and our part numbers. It lets you reorder items really quick, and we'll cover a bit more on eWay as we go here, but it's also got a lot of great order tracking and histories and that type of fun stuff. And of course, there's really, we're leaders in reporting. So there's a lot of procurement reporting, purchasing, sustainability type reporting that we can work with as we partner together. Next slide. So the team, hit slide again, Claudette, so it fills in. A couple more, just keep hitting. There we go. So yeah, like we've touched on, we've got a team behind us. So on a national level, Claudette is the leader, and we've got all these specialists on a national level, but we also have them locally in your market. Next slide. So again, how we fit in. So the Staples family, we are Staples Business Advantage, as we touched on, and it's eway.ca. And we really don't have any connection to the other two arms of Staples, the retail or the .ca, the retail's website. Totally different part numbers, different purchasing system, just everything's different. So totally separate companies. Next slide. And the program, for you is only through us. And here it is again, same information. So yeah, it's only through eway.ca, and eway is a secure website, so you do need to contact us to be set up for access. Next slide. And as we touched on, being across Canada, so this is the Staples of Business Advantage sites across Canada. You can see really terrific coverage, and it's all designed to make sure we get the goods to you as fast as we can. Next slide. In terms of sustainability, so every year we publish an annual customer sustainability report. So it's actually gotten so big now that it's best to go look at it at our website. But this touches on all the different things we do around corporate social responsibility. It's got testimonials from customers of things that they've done that we partnered with them on. So it provides a lot of great ideas. In terms of our sustainability approach, we try to make items really easy to choose. So being able to filter and search down sustainable items, and to be sustainable, they have to have recycled content or a third-party environmental certification. And so we make it really easy to choose those. We can also do reporting to help say, here's what you purchased, here's what you could purchase to switch to sustainable items, making it easy to recycle. So having our drivers be able to pick up things like used toners, or the delivery boxes are actually a big thing, to be able to pick those up, bring them back, and make sure they get recycled correctly. Easy to operate. So the majority of our facilities are bullfrog powered, which is really cool. And I highly encourage you to Google it if you're not sure what it is, but it's a sustainable energy source. Oh, one more back. Oh, wrong one actually. Oh, just a sec. We just jumped a couple of slides there. But if you could go back a slide or two.
It won't go back.
Oh, other direction. If you just want to stop sharing for a second, Claudette, and reshare it. And for those participants, we really do thank you for joining us for this quick overview. We're about halfway done, so don't worry too much. We're not going to take too much of your time, but we just want to cover a few more of the kind of program-specific perks. Okay. So in terms of Staples information, so we've already touched on a few of these, but just to highlight, so the billing and payment solutions are centralized within your association there locally. So the local sales team to help. We do have paper catalogs, your old-fashioned large office supply catalogs. They're online as well, but certainly we can get those to you, and we try to pick those up and recycle them as well. And we've touched on our drivers will pick up boxes, customer ink and toner. We do have, we touched a little on sustainability, and that was the one thing we missed, is just, we do have our brand of environmentally friendly items there. It's called Eco Easy. There's lots of them. Yeah, and lots of local charities across Canada. So every market's unique. Across Canada, we support junior achievement just to get to know us a little bit more. And locally there, we have quite a few staff in Atlantic Canada. Not just us, but I know this other part of Staples has a large call center as well. So lots of local involvement there. Next slide. In terms of customer care, so our customer care team is in Mississauga. They're a fantastic, really big team there. You can contact them by phone, by email. Actually, chat online is really, really popular now for contacting customer care. And they can help with a lot of things. But the nice thing is, as well as having that customer care to always help, we've got a Claudette and we've got our local account manager. So you've got quite a team behind you to make sure you always get support and get taken care of pretty quick. Next slide. In terms of paperwork, so I always like to highlight this real quick to just show what it looks like when you order from us. So when you order from us, you get a little packing slip here. It's going to list the items you ordered. It's going to list which ones are being shipped. If there's any back orders, it'll note that. You're only billed for back orders when they get delivered. That's a nice element to it. And it'll give you an approximate date. And we'll touch on a little bit as we go with eWay, but eWay does have some really cool tools to help manage if something's on back order. But it's a quick little snapshot of what comes with your orders. Next slide. In terms of returns and special orders, so just jumping around a little bit to give you a flavor of Staples a little bit. So returns can be done online. You can return parts of an order, an entire order. You can even have customer care come pick up a whole bunch of empty toners if you've got them piled up. And as well as those 500,000 or so items, online. We even have the ability to do further special orders. So if there's any strange items, we can probably track it down. And that's where to really engage and partner with your local account manager to help us find them. Next slide. Copy paper. So there's a lot of different brands of copy paper out there. We like to highlight this one because it's the best value for your association. And that's the product code STP14336. So this is regular paper. It's Canadian paper made by Domtar for us. Great paper. It's the #1 item across Canada. But we do have a wide assortment of recycled papers. There's a 30% one that's quite popular as well. But this is the best value paper. So I always like to pause and highlight that. And if you've got any questions or you want to try it, you can work with Claudette to test it out. But terrific paper, and it's the best value for the membership. Next slide. In terms of eWay itself, so some of the kind of key things to know about the online ordering website is that it does have live tracking and live inventory. So once you've got your secure login from Claudette and you're in there, you're going to be able to see the live inventory. And if something's on backorder, the date it's expected right from the vendor, you're going to be able to track your orders. If your order has approval routing, which we have the ability to handle, so you can have your orders go through multiple levels of approval routing. You'll be able to see the status of it, who's approved it. And approval routing can be done by orders, all orders. It can be done by dollar value. It can be done by product categories. There's quite a few different ways to help control it. And we find that's really important in the public sector. So please don't hesitate to engage with us, and we can talk about the different ways that we can customize it to your needs. Shopping lists, I mentioned a little bit earlier, but those shopping lists are really important to make it quick and easy to order. It's essentially provides you one quick spot to be able to view your common items and quickly just order right from one screen without clicking around. There's, of course, ink and toner finder. There is also the ability to have switch and save or switch to eco turned on. And what those are is when you go to order, if there's a nearly identical item that's available at less expensive, it'll actually pop up and tell you that you can switch and save, which can be really handy with so many items online nowadays. And we even have the ability to provide reporting on who clicked yes, who clicked no on switch to save. So you can help recognize your associates that save the most for you. It can be a good kind of recognition tool these days. You can have lots of different cost centers, lots of different locations. You just select them on the top corner as you need to. So we have large school boards, we have large cities, all sorts of different organizations take part in this program across Canada. So a lot of different cost center needs and location needs, and all those are very easily handled and work quite well. And if you want to see that kind of live demo, we can show you that down the road probably. I'm not sure if we're doing it in this presentation, but we can certainly engage with you to show you that quick demo. Our website also has all the safety data sheets. And we find that nowadays that we don't get a ton of questions on virtual calls. There is a very large help center as well. There's about 30 quick little videos, 30 little printable PDF tip sheets. And yeah, of course, Claudette and I are always more than happy to kind of walk you through the website, but we find a lot of folks nowadays like to try and navigate themselves as well. And so we've really expanded the help center over the last couple of years, and it works quite well. I think that is just about it. That is a real quick high-level overview of the program. Definitely, I would say, just to summarize, some of the most popular elements are that delivery, that access to all the products, that national presence with the local folks as well to support you on a service level, and of course, the great pricing program that we've got in place across Canada to save you not just on what you use the most, but save you on every little thing and really cut down on that price shopping that you've probably seen from your end users, which can create a lot of time and a lot of inefficiency. That really helps eliminate a lot of that with the great pricing program. And of course, being bundled together with your association, it helps really consolidate your invoicing down, which can be a huge asset as well. Hopefully I've covered enough of the highlights real quick. We don't want to take too much of your time, but Tim or Claudette, anything I've missed that you want to add?
No, I believe you did a great job. Thank you.
I believe so too. It looks like there might be some questions coming in. So I just have a couple questions here. We are a municipality in Labrador West. What are the delivery costs to our area? Is there a cost for delivery, or do you need a minimum order for free delivery?
There is no minimum order for free delivery. That's part of the association program. The only time there would be a delivery is with furniture or items that need to be installed. And those will always be noted at the time of order. So you're never going to get surprised. But certainly if we're installing some panels, there's going to be a delivery charge with some of the more complex furniture. Every day, a box of paper and a toner, it's not going to be a delivery charge.
I've been asked that one from Labrador before.
And you know what? And normally there would be. It's a great question. It's just due to the nature and size of the overall program across Canada, it's one of the things that was negotiated out. So there isn't a delivery charge. And it's just to support the more rural locations as well.
And that's great. I was actually going to follow up with another question just came in with that with Labrador, Kevin. The distribution center, is that in, where is that in Newfoundland? Is that going to be in Labrador, or is that going to be in Newfoundland, or is it going to be in Quebec? Where's the closest? I think there was a slide that you guys put up.
Yeah, you know what, we had two distribution, and I apologize for the geography there. Let me just see if I can quickly bring it up. I know they're just so right now. Yeah, it doesn't. The map doesn't list the exact city. I know that they're just expanding a major one in Amherst to cover a bunch of areas, but there is some smaller kind of operations there. So I'm not sure. I have to report back on that. Okay. Maybe Claudia, if you can take that down as a note. Typically, our distribution centers are right in the major cities, but then they're in like the suburb of the major city where it makes the most sense for logistics. So I'm not always sure the name of the city there.
We're getting some specific questions about certain items, but I just want to add in something here for the delivery during the NPP. We needed not the NPP, the personal protective measure, the masks and such. So we actually last year, when the COVID-19 began, we sent in a message to all our members saying that we were able to service their needs. So I had heard back from other people that when they put orders through Staple in spots in Labrador, we've got some few members, it was really quick. And I know personally getting some of the products that were deemed that we needed here, like gloves and masks, they arrived within 2 days during a peak time when it was really hard to get. So I can attest to it that Staples definitely is looking after the members. So I
have an answer quick, Tim. Sorry to interrupt you. I have an answer on that last question. I hate not knowing the answer. So I just had a look, and we currently use 2 distribution centers in Atlantic Canada. So we use Dartmouth and St. John's. We do have another one in Boucherville, but Dartmouth and St. John's are currently covering the lion's share. So we sort of have it split by what would make the most geographic sense. And so it'd be coming out of one of those 2. The one in Boucherville, I think, would be too far away. So I'm guessing it would be coming out of one of the other 2. But certainly if you have an exact address and you want Claudette to answer that question, we can get you that answer really, really fast for whoever asked that question.
Also, just to answer that question about the package of paper, the STP14336, we can send you an email with that exact quote for you afterwards.
That would have been my suggestion is too, because it is a program that you need to opt in and have secure access to. Certainly, yeah, the pricing programs are something that we can you can work with Tim and Claudette on. They're fantastic. And really find there's an opportunity in public sector to really analyze your spend with so many different kinds of items, to have a look at what you're using overall and propose you're using this. Here's an exact quote, but here's some suggestions as well, be it sustainability or house brands or cost saving suggestions. There can be a lot of value in kind of taking that moment to quickly analyze your spend with so many different items in the market these days in office supplies.
I'll take this question that came up. Are there any participation for membership costs? No, there are no participation costs to join any of our programs. There's opportunity to take part in all the programs. There's the opt-in form, as which Kevin had mentioned, that we do for the trade programs. It's really for accounting purposes, so that we can know where the shipment and the bill to information is going to. Usually where we found in communities, the PO box is okay to get a letter. However, when you're getting printer size or furniture, it won't work for shipment. So when setting up the account, that's the reason why we ask for the opt-in form, is really for accounting purposes, and so that we can set up those accounts with our vendors like Staples for eWay.
Staples is the same with our customers, Tim. That's exactly how we operate as well.
Perfect. I think, and yes, I believe Boucherville is definitely closer.
We don't use exact provincial lines for distribution. We use what makes the most sense. So like here in Alberta, we do cover Northern BC out of Edmonton because it makes more sense. So we have got this down to a pretty good science. So it'll be what makes the most sense.
So I think that is it for questions. So what we're going to do for, I mean, we promised for the coffee machine, we're going to take a list of all of the participants in today's call, as well as any previous opt-in form members who have joined us for our previous calls and throughout the year. And we're doing something nice with all our vendors where you've taken the time to join our calls, and we definitely want to make it an exciting time as well. So thank you for listening, everyone on the call. I put up my contact information here for the different locations, as well as the different client relations managers for all the trade programs across Canada. And so if you need to reach out for me, I'll keep this up until the webinar is closed. And I'm available also through the websites at each of these locations. If you're in Newfoundland, please get a hold of me through the purchasing at Municipal NL. Nova Scotia, telms@nsfm.ca, Prince Edward Island, Trade Program, AIM.ca, and then in New Brunswick, reach out to me actually via my telephone number here, or any of the other messages there. I can get back to you. We'll update the email there. And if that is it, anything else, guys, you need to add? Kevin, Claudette?
No, just thanks very much for everyone's time to join this. And please, reach out and we'd be happy to talk one-on-one to understand a bit more about your kind of unique challenges or opportunities for us to support you. So we do really appreciate it. Thank you very much. And thanks for lining this up, Tim. Also appreciate that.
Thanks, everyone. Thanks, Kevin. Thanks, Claudette.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
Thanks, Tim.
Great day. Stay safe.